Hello, my name is Ryan, and welcome to my YouTube channel, You Are Never Alone, where we take biblical truths and practical advice to set us free from our abusers. Today's topic is Matthew chapter 7, and we're going to be talking about our pearls, which are those inner things that we share with people, and how we should not share those with narcissists, controlling, manipulating people. So I'll read the verse, and then I'll just kind of give my view on the verse, and we'll just take it from there. So this is in Matthew chapter 7, starting in verse 6. It says, "Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and render you." So when you look at that scripture, and there's other people who've talked about this, who have shared this on YouTube. I just kind of want to give my opinion, my view on it. If you look at a pearl, obviously a pearl is very expensive. A real pearl is very expensive, and they should be, cherished. Most people who have expensive pearls, probably keep them in a nice box and keep them in the closet or in the shelf or somewhere locked up, and get them out for those special occasions and those special times when it's called for. And if we look at pearls for us, those are those things that are on the inside of us that we may share with people. And if we're in a safe place sharing our pearls, it's a good thing, because there can be healing involved, because the person that you're sharing with that is they're going to understand you, and they're in that safe place. They're going to understand you. They're going to, listen to you. They're going to give you some good feedback. And they're going to help you through those processes or those pearls that you're giving. Because those pearls that you're giving could be two things, I believe. They could be, one, they could be in reference to maybe some deep wound that you have that you're trying to share and get out. And it could be those happy and exciting things that you experience throughout the day and you want to share. But when they're shared in the wrong space, as you will here, where they get trampled on by the swine being the narcissistic person that you're sharing with, it doesn't do well for you when you share that, because when you share those pearls, they're going to use them against you. And that's really what the significance is. Okay, I share my pearl with a narcissist, controlling, manipulating person, and they trample it on it with their feet. In other words, they are taking that close thing and they're going to use it against me. They're going to bring it back up in some other conversation. They possibly can make fun of you. And it may not be at that moment of that conversation. It may be a month from now or 2 months from now. But whatever it is that you shared with them that's inside, they'll definitely use it against you. And really, narcissists and controllers and manipulators want to get that information out of people, especially in those close relationships. So they have that advantage where they could use it against you, and they want you to share, and they want you to be transparent with them. Now, they don't want to be transparent with you, but they want you to be transparent with them. And so we think the right thing to do is to share, because, this is my spouse, or this is my friend, or, maybe this is a parent, adult parent, you're an adult to an adult child, with a parent, and you want to share some things with them. But what Jesus is saying in his word, you have to be careful with that sharing. You have to be careful throwing your pearls out there so they don't get trampled on. And we might learn those things the hard way. Have you ever shared something with somebody and then immediately they used it against you, and you start thinking to yourself, man, why did I share that? Those are the types of people that you want to start sharing with. You want to find a safe place. And a lot of that comes from sharing in a safe place. A lot of that comes from the work we have to do on the inside. Because if we're being vulnerable with the wrong people, we know we need to get this out, and we just want to get it out, and we want to talk it out. But we have to look at the behavior that's going to happen afterwards. So we have to slowly find somebody that we can trust. That's where, really, that's hard. That's hard to do. But if we're truly, I believe, praying and seeking the Lord, He'll find somebody for us to talk to and to give those pearls, to share those pearls with. There's been many times I've shared pearls with people, and it did not go well, and it can really turns into abuse, because those things because when you're sharing your pearls, I believe you're trying to build a relationship. You're trying to be vulnerable. You're trying to you want the other person to understand you, and it's reciprocal. You want to go back and forth in a relationship that you share, I share, you share, I share, and we help each other with those challenges that we have in our lives, or maybe those good things that go on in our life we want to share, and the other person's genuinely happy for us. The other person is excited for us genuinely, But in a narcissistic, controlling, manipulating relationship, you don't get that. The narcissist just wants to get information from you, hold that information, and when the time is right, they want to use it. It's very sick and twisted, because we're thinking we're just sharing and it's done with. No, for them it's, you share, I have information, I have really deep information, deep from the inside that you shared, and now I have an opportunity to use this against you when I need to, and I will use it against you. So really, in conclusion, look for safe places or safe areas to share. If you don't know of somebody that you can share with, you can't find anybody, and you're still looking for someone, maybe there's a talk group that you can belong to, and go share it there, where confidentiality is key. There's a lot of groups like that where you can get out and share. Start there, and then in the meantime also look for somebody that you can share with and start to learn to trust, because for those of us who have been abused, it's really, really hard to trust people, and especially if we've been burned lots and lots of times. So, but just take the opportunity to find that somebody to share with, and don't share with people who are not safe, and really start to we really have to start looking at all of our relationships and how we want to continue with our relationships. Is this a good relationship to continue with, or do I need to cut it off? Or is this a good relationship and I want to keep going with it? We have to evaluate our relationships. So, hey, thanks for listening. If you like what you heard, please share with somebody. And also hit the like button too as well. And as always, in John 14:1-2, Jesus values us so much that He's building mansions for us in heaven. So take care. God bless.